Hello, makeup lover, and welcome to my channel. Or welcome back if you've already been here before. If not, my name is Malene. I'm a Danish makeup artist living in Barcelona in Spain. For today's two different looks, one palette, I opened my new Crown Legacy palette from Glaminatrix. And it's not a completely new palette, but it's new to me. So I finally get to play with Glaminatrix, and I'm so happy about that. So if you want to see how I did these two very shimmery, fun looks with this palette, then keep watching because I will show you. Now, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to tell me what you think about Glaminatrix, if you have some of their palettes or shadows, then let me know in the comment box. And of course, if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. It would be so awesome to have you join. Now, let's go ahead and do some makeup, shall we? I tap my Builder Pro ever so gently into the shadow Gilded. It is very shimmery, so I just want a little bit up here as a highlighter under the brow. And as you can see, when I do like this, it just gives a little bit of a wet effect with very little shimmers because it can very easily go crazy. Majesty with some Blender Pro, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade, and I am just going to tap that on here. This is the second time I'm trying this palette. I made a look for Instagram because I couldn't help myself when I saw it because it's so beautiful. Oh my God. The colors are so beautiful, so lovely. The shimmer, the duochrome, I just had to do something. So I made the look. I'm gonna put it up here so you can see what it looks like. And I don't want to do that again now because now it's already been published. So it's like I'm dipping down again here into the same shade. But if you really want me to, then just tell me in the comments if you want me to recreate the look. I can surely do that. So now I have the base for this first look here. Tapped the same brush gently into the blue shadow called Rain, and I mean gently because it is very pigmented and very dark, and I do not want this part to be pigmented and dark. I want this to be more like a flush of color. Whoops. And I am just holding my brush very, very lightly. And I am just going back and forth now and then doing some tapping motions. Just kind of blend it into the previous shadow here. Same shadow, now with a mini booster. And I'm going into my crease. And now I am really gonna build up that color. And I'm just gonna go back and forth here in the crease. Now I'm gonna dip down again. And I am just dipping the tip into the color, and I am going directly into my crease. So when I look up, it's not that visible, but it's just creating some depth, as you can see. And I am just holding my brush very gently. And by the way, I forgot to tell you that I am not wearing any primer on my eyelid. I am just wearing a little bit of the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation with a little bit of powder on it so it's not completely creamy. And the reason for me doing that is because I felt like the foundation is like 100% complete match with my skin tone, and it is so skin-like and lasts for a really long time. So it's like okay, I'm gonna try this. Going in with the Blender Pro, and I am using the first shadow, the Majesty. Well, the first one was the highlighting shade, but for this eye look, and I'm just gonna blend it into the blue, like really diffuse it. Like so. dipped a Blender Pro into the blue color. And now I am tapping it onto the outer part of my eyelid, as you can see. And there's like hardly any fallout. Maybe there's a little bit of fallout now because I put on a little bit more on the brush to make it a little bit more concentrated. Because I am going to go in with the shimmer shadow next, and I really wanted to stick to my eyelid. I am going to use some of the intensifiers from McGrath Labs here on my mobile eyelid. With my finger, I dipped into the beautiful shade Crown, and I am just tapping it on here. Wow. This really is beautiful. The specks here, they are so, so beautiful. I'm just gonna dip into it again. It is like blue and purple at the same time. It is so stunning. And just to have a little more fun with this look, I dipped my ring finger into the Dynasty, the green color, because this is a duochrome that shifts. Yeah, well, duochrome does that, but it shifts to a bluish purple color. So to bind the blue, the green, the purple together, I am just going to go in with Sovereign, the matte shadow, and I am going to put that under here. Beautiful green color, and it's very pigmented. Oh, and by the way, I am using the soft definer brush. Just going back and forth here. And with my flat definer, I'm going to put on a bit of Dynasty here under the eyes. I'm going to try to do it close to the lash line. But since it has a green base now, with the previous shadow I put on, it should show up a little bit more green. For an inner corner highlight, I am going to use a gilded shadow that I started with. This beautiful shimmery shadow, and I'm using my flat definer brush for that. Back with a little bit of mascara, and this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to give this look some false lashes. And here you see the first look with a pair of false lashes. I'm now going to go on to the second eye look. Like with the first look, I am starting out with a gilded as a highlighting shade here under my brow, on my brow bone. And I'm just using the Builder Pro from Sonia G. As a transition shade, I am going to use the Jewel. No, what was it called? Jewel? Now I suddenly don't remember. It's not a jewel shade for sure. It's a brown shade. I'm going to put the name on the screen because I just saw the name, but I don't remember. And I'm just packing it on here with my Blender Pro. And now I'm going to dip into it again. And then I am just going to use that as my transition shade here. It's a beautiful beige brownie color. It's such a pleasure to work with eyeshadows of super high quality like these. I really love them already. A beautiful burgundy is just calling my name, and I am just gonna tap that into the crease here with my mini booster. And then I'm gonna go back and forth. This is just in my crease to create some depth. It's not gonna be super visible. Well, not the really pigmented part. Anyway, it's not gonna be super visible because I'm gonna blend it out into the previous shade, the Jewel. Same color now on a Builder Pro, and I am gonna go into the inner part here and pack that on my mobile eyelid. Gonna dip into it once more here and just pack it on. It's such a lovely color. Well, I think, because I love these colors. And now for the outer corner, or the outer part of my mobile eyelid, and I am just getting into the crease also and tapping it on. There are so many choices for what you can put here in the middle, but I went for the creamy. Oh, wow. It's very foiled. Oh, my Lord. I am speechless. It's just like, well, I guess it speaks for itself. I can't even speak now. It's like, wow. It was called Regal, by the way. I took a fluffy Pat McGrath Labs blending brush, and I'm just gonna go back and forth here on the edge and blend that color into the burgundy color in the crease, so there are no harsh lines. I'm gonna use the same Throne burgundy color under my eye, and I'm gonna use the tip of my Builder Pro to line my under eye here. And I'm just gonna go back and forth, nothing complicated about this. I know that I do have a little bit of fallout already, but to avoid more fallout, I just put on a little bit of the under eye blurring powder from Pat McGrath Labs to catch the fallout when I use the Opulent on the under eye here. I just had to use that also because it's so stunning. It's just to amp the look up a little bit. It's, yeah, I can't speak. I honestly get so speechless when I come across palettes like this, because it's just beautiful. Back with some mascara, and I also put on the cream gel eyeliner from Colourpop in shade Charmer on my waterline. Now I'm gonna give this amazing, gorgeous look some false lashes. Back with some false lashes, and this is the second eye look. I'm now going to zoom you out so you can see how these two different looks look with a full face of makeup. And here you see the finished two looks with a full face of makeup. And now with some glasses on. And what can I say? I'm just like, wow. Just wow. I was so lucky to get this palette at half price. Like, it was 50% off on a web shop here in Europe, because for so long I've been wanting to try Glaminatrix eyeshadows, but as some of you might know, they are made in Australia. And for them to ship all the way to Europe, it's gonna take a lot of time and it's gonna cost us, like, I never got around to do it. But then I found out that they have it in the Monolith shop that is located in Germany, and they have so many other palettes that are from different indie brands. So it's like, wow, now it's time. So I am so happy that I got this palette, because this is just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And the quality is just up there. So now it's zoomed in for some reason. Maybe it's because my camera loves the makeup. And now I can't stop thinking about a YouTuber that said that one of the things that age us are colorful makeup. And I'm like, nah. But maybe you saw that short already. So I'm not going to go into that. But I like playing with makeup and I like playing with colorful makeup. So I'm just going to keep on doing that. And I strongly advise you and want you to do the same. So now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, good ideas for future content, or you have some Glaminatrix eyeshadows, let me know in the comment box. And of course, if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. It would be awesome to have you join. Now, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.